Hello, welcome to the HI UK Select monthly update for August 2025. I'm Paul Marriage at Premier Miton. This is a bit of a mixed bag of a month, puts and takes, and the end a slightly soggy result, probably reflecting a fairly quiet, maybe even lazy August type month for markets overall. So what worked for us? On the long book, the winners were generally those stocks that didn't warn when maybe people expected them to warn. So Melrose and building materials company CRH, a lot of building materials stocks have warned and CRH didn't, which was seen as a positive. They both performed well. Serco in defence and defence support services, good numbers, upgrades, and generally defence, still seen as in favour. That's a theme that's fluctuated a bit in the month when we've had moments of perhaps potential settlement in Ukraine. Clearly defence stocks have come off a bit on that, but overall that wasn't too bad. Lloyd's had a very good mid-month period due to the High Court settlement suggesting that they wouldn't have big liabilities from hidden commissions and motor vehicle finance. And at the end of the month, they lagged a bit as there was speculation around bank taxation and the Chancellor looking to the UK banks to help fund her tax requirements. So puts and takes and ups and downs a bit there on the long book. On the long book stocks, which perhaps are less good for us, Beazley had weak numbers on higher catastrophe losses than expected, and Sage had slightly weak numbers. There was generally an AI is bad news for software theme going around, which Sage got a little bit caught in. Having said that, on the short book, we did benefit from Trustpilot, which actually had okay numbers, but the valuation there is pretty rich, so it was a good short for us in the month as that valuation was squeezed. Coca-Cola Euro-Pacific Partners, another one of our shorts, had fairly weak numbers, fairly poor volumes, not benefiting from the sunny weather as people might have expected. So again, that was another weak share. So we did have some wins on the short book. The things that hurt us a bit on the short book, largely BP. BP numbers were good. Generally, cash flow was better than expected. And also, they did have the large discovery in Brazil, which people are getting pretty excited about as the next leg of potential production growth for them. So that was a slightly painful short for us as well. So mixed bag in the short back as usual, but nothing there too material for us. I think if we look at the month as a whole, stock picking was pretty challenging. Market reactions are pretty volatile. Now, while we've seen indices go to new highs in some markets, including the UK, actually the background sentiment is pretty nervous. People are quite concerned about what the government's going to do in the autumn statement, and we saw that with potential bank tax. We also saw it with potential property tax impacting the house builders. So that's created a pretty unhelpful environment for us. I'd say against that, idea generation has been good, and we've been generating more ideas in Europe, which is also good, and some of those are working quite nicely. So that's a good addition to our bow. So, a good pipeline of ideas going into the final month of the quarter. But yeah, overall, it was a pretty soggy month for us without being by any means a major disaster. It was just hard work making money. Thanks again for your support, and I look forward to updating you again next month.